Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Andy Falcone Albior, and I am from BSed English 2B. I'm one of the reporters for the Chapter 10, which is Jose Rizal and the Nationalism, Bayani, and Kabayanihan. So my co-reporter already discussed the outline and the classification of heroes. So ano ba talaga yung classification or characteristic para matawag ka na isa kang hero? A hero must be brave, of course. A hero must be loyal, no? And a real hero must be wise, no? Yung sinabi ko kanina, loyal, and also must be kind to his fellow men. So, let's see if Jose Rizal, our national hero, have those characteristics.
Mamamatay akong hindi man lang nakikita ang ningning ng bukang liwayway sa aking bayan. Kayong mga makakakita, salubungin ninyo siya at huwag ninyong kalimutan ang mga tao na lumok sa dilim ng gabi.
Jose Rizal as our national hero. We already know that, but who really declared him as our national hero? There are scholars who have questioned Jose Rizal's position as the Philippines' national hero. No? Certain arguments were raised. Andres Bonifacio, not Jose Rizal, must be the genuine national hero of the Philippines. Why? Because Jose Rizal and Andres Bonifacio both fought for freedom of the Philippines, di ba? And history will tell us that Jose Rizal heroism and ideals was the first recognized by the Americans. It was through the initiative of the Governor William Taft or William Howard Taft who declared Jose Rizal as our national hero. He said, "And now, gentlemen, you must have a national hero." So, etong si Governor William Howard Taft, he is the one who declared Jose Rizal as our Philippine national hero. So, this were supposed to be the words addressed by Governor Taft to Mrs. Pedro de Tavera, Ligorda, and Lozuriaga. This members, no, this people is the member of the Philippine Commission, of which Taft is the head or the chairman. So it was further reported that in the subsequent discussion, in which the rival merits of the revolutionary heroes, Sala del Pilar, Graciano Lopez, Hena, and General Antonio Luna, diba, they are the one who they are the one who is considered as hero, no? They are the one who have the heroism characteristics na lumaban para for the sake of the Philippines freedom, no? Pinagpipilian din sila Jacinto, Andres Bonifacio, Del Pilar. They are one of those lineage, no, na pinagpipilian as a Philippine national hero. But then, Jose Rizal is the one who is considered or he is declared as the Philippine national hero. So during the commencement of the American occupation, there were Filipinos who disliked the idea of embracing the American rule because the Americans they are slowly like ruling the Filipinos, no? Katulad ng ginagawa ng mga Spaniards. So Filipinos don't like that way of their accompanying the Filipinos. So that's why they tended to fight the Americans just like Andres Bonifacio did in 1896, no? Whose desire to gain freedom for the people of the Philippines through armed approach, because Andres Bonifacio is he is like war force, no? Kung Jose Rizal is dinadaan niya, sabi kasi ni Jose Rizal is hindi nadadaan sa gulo or sa away yung freedom para makuha nating mga Pilipino. But then, etong si Andres Bonifacio, yung prinsipyo niya ay through armed force, they can have a freedom. Well, we have different perception, no? Meron sa atin dito na gusto talaga yung nakikipag-away or yung nakikipag through armed force, no? Para makuha lang yung inaasam-asam na freedom nila. Meron ding gusto lang ng peaceful, no? Peaceful na pamamaraan para makuha yung freedom na gusto nila. Pero at the end of the day, there is no peaceful fight talaga when it comes to freedom. So, the committee that campaigned for Rizal was composed of well-known Americans and Filipinos. So, merong mga Filipino na pumapanig na nagsasabi na Andres Bonifacio must be the national hero. But then, there is also some foreign peoples or some Filipinos also na pumapanig din kang Jose Rizal na siya talaga yung national hero ng Pilipinas. So, aside from William Howard Taft, who acted as the chairman, the committee was composed of Dean Conan, Worcester, Luke, Waite, Henry Clay, and Bernard Moses. So, the Filipino representatives were Trinidad Pardo de Tavera, Benito Ligarda, and Jose Lozoriaga. On June 11 of the ensuing year of the Philippine Commission approved Act number of 137, which recognized the political military district Morong into the province of Rizal. So, etong political military district of Morong, binubuo ito ng mga district, no, mga lugar sa province of Rizal. So that is why they convert it into from political military district of Morong to province of Rizal. This was the first step, that is their first step taken by the Taft Commission to honor our greatest hero and martyr. Furthermore, the Taft Commission chose Rizal out of the several great Filipinos as the number one hero of his people. So ito talagang si William Howard Taft is favorite niya talaga si Jose Rizal as to be the Philippine national hero. And based on my research, bakit pinupush niya talaga na dapat si Rizal? Kasi si Rizal, he will choose freedom. No, he will choose freedom through like peace na pamamaraan, like sinabi ko kanina. No? This William Howard Taft, ayaw niya kang Andres Bonifacio kasi si Andres Bonifacio through armed force yung gusto niya, no, na pakikipaglaban sa kanyang bansa, pakikipaglaban ng kanyang bansa. So that's why Howard Taft always choose Jose Rizal, no, as the Philippine national hero. Kasi Howard Taft is takot siya kang Andres Bonifacio. So after that, there's an issue, no? There's an undying issue, no? According to some who are asserting to a more action-oriented persona, yung gusto talaga ng mga actions, no, ng mga persons, is they choose Andres Bonifacio because Andres Bonifacio, according to them, must be the one to be acknowledged as the genuine national hero, no? Because he is qualified due to the fact that he led the memorable revolution, no? Yung KKK, I think siya ang nag-lead. And the comments of the Filipino thirst for freedom. So, Andres Bonifacio is nakikipaglaban talaga siya, hand to hand, no? Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. No, yun talaga ang prinsipyo niya. Nakikipaglaban siya para sa kalayaan ng kanyang Pilipinas through armed force. And yung mga tao na gusto ng mga action scenes, no, yung mga tao na gusto ng action ay gusto talaga si Andres Bonifacio to be the Philippine national hero. But meanwhile, si Rizal was a peace advocate, no? He really advocate peace. Ayaw niya sa magulo, no? Kabaliktaran kay Andres Bonifacio. So, violence and armed resistance, according to him, only serve as the last resort. So, kung gagamit siya ng sandata or kung gagamit siya ng mga mga baril or ano pang gamit dyan na makakapanakit physically ng tao, ay hindi niya yun gagamitin. But if that day will come na kung gagamit siya ng ganun na armas, na mga armas, ay that is his last resort or yun na yung pinaka-last na kailangan niyang gawin for him to save the country or for save himself. So, because he is a peace advocate, no? And he really considered reforms for the government and equality for all citizens. So, that can be achieved peacefully and not through violent means for the people who acknowledge Rizal. So, those people who acknowledge Rizal, no, says that he is an exemplary person who is worthy of the people's respect and admiration. So, however, many are still questioning the legality of his status as our national hero until today. So, did you also ask yourself noon, no? Kasi ako, napa-question din ako sa sarili ko noon. Bakit ano? Kasi yung teacher ko, when I was in grade 6, he said that if he will going to choose for Jose Rizal and Andres Bonifacio, will choose Andres Bonifacio. Kasi si Andres Bonifacio talaga yung parang nagsulong talaga ng freedom for the Philippines. So, kasi Andres Bonifacio is more on pakikipag-away talaga, no? Face to face. Pero itong ginagawa ni Jose Rizal for na pakikipaglaban niya ay through paper kasi mahilig siyang magsulat, no? He is an intelligent person and he is a peace advocate. So, ayaw niya yung magulo or madugong labanan, no? So, many people also, no, hindi lang ako, hindi lang yung teacher ko, meron ring mga people na nagwa-wonder bakit si Jose Rizal pa ang naging bayani ng Pilipinas. 'Di ba? Knowing his backgrounds, meron daw siyang mga babae, iba't ibang babae from different countries. And that is not a characteristics of a hero. Many people said, other individuals said, but then he is our national hero and we must accept that. So, Esteban de Ocampo, another character, he is a maker, an article maker. So, entitled Jose Rizal book as Who Made Jose Rizal Our Foremost National Hero and Why Expose the Dignity of our national hero, Jose Rizal. So he presented distinct information that will clarify Jose Rizal's stand as too many become so opposed to it. So Ocampo or Esteban de Ocampo believed that a hero is a prominent or central personage taking admirable part of any remarkable action or event. No? He also added that a hero is a person or distinguished valor of enterprise in danger and a man honored after death by public worship because of exceptional service to mankind. So Esteban de Ocampo is the one who also support Rizal to be a national hero. So he made a book, no? He wrote a book entitled Who Made Jose Rizal Our Foremost Hero and Why Expose the Dignity of Jose Rizal, that is our national hero. So he wrote that book, no? That is Esteban de Ocampo, no? Please take note of that. And he also said na a real hero, no, which is pasok doon si Jose Rizal, sinabi niya na a real hero is prominent or central personage talking admirable part of any remarkable action or event. And we all know that the El Filibusterismo and the No Limitang Heri book is a very phenomenal book, no? Ito yung sinulat ni Rizal na until now, dala-dala pa rin natin yung knowledge na ibinigay niya sa atin about the friars and about the Spaniards or how they colonized the Philippines, no? And it is very what do you call this? It is very remarkable. So, aside from that, Esteban de Ocampo also state that a hero is a person who distinguished valor or enterprise in danger and a man honored after death, now by the public worship because of exceptional service to mankind. And we all know that um, we respect Jose Rizal very much. No, we respect also those other heroes that fought for our country, but Jose Rizal as our national hero, no, parang ibang level, no, ibang level yung natin sa kanya, uh, pagtitingala natin sa kanya, kasi he was the one who is declared as the national hero. Aminin man natin o hindi, no, ibang-iba talaga yung pagtatanaw natin kang Jose Rizal, no, compared to those other heroes, no, that is not declared as national hero, no. So he said na a real hero, no, even after his death, tinitingala pa rin siya because of his heroism to mankind. And that is yung ginagawa natin ngayon na we honored Jose Rizal, no, for what he did for our freedom. Kasi even if hindi lang naman si Jose Rizal who fought for the freedom of the Filipinos, no? Meron si Andres Bonifacio, meron si Emilia Cinto. There are different kind of heroes who fought for our country, and there are several of them, no? There are a few of them. But then Jose Rizal is the one na parang masasabi talaga natin na, oh, this is the national hero. Kasi yung ginawa nila is madadala or maa-acquire ng mga future generations pa. So I think that is the one of the styles or one of the contribution of Jose Rizal, no, na nakapagpadala talaga sa kanya para tawagin din siyang national hero ng Pilipinas or para ma-appoint talaga siya na national hero ng Pilipinas, aside from he really advocates peace, no? Because when we say hero, hindi lang dapat ito palaging bravery, palaging nakikipag-away ng mga kalaban, although you are doing that for good. But I agree to Jose Rizal na there are still way of fighting for our country, no? And during Jose Rizal years of education and experience abroad, he was an active figure who participated in the propaganda movement. So propaganda movement is a movement na yung mga ilustrados or yung mga nakapag-aral na mga Filipino na nakapag-aral sa abroad is gumawa sila ng organization, something to plan something to fight for the country of the Philippines. So it was the aim of the propaganda to make the Philippines be acknowledged as a province of Spain, and the most especially to create reforms in the Philippines. Now, because that time we are colonized by the Spaniards, so they form propaganda movement by those Filipinos na nakapag-aral, and they form an organization, and by that they are planning on how a Philippine create a reform towards the Spaniards. So true to that, Jose Rizal has contributed ideas for the nationhood building. No, his writings like No Limitang Heri and his famous two novels, No Limitang Heri and El Filibusterismo, that is inspired more Filipinos' freedom advocates during his time. So hindi lang pala tayo yung nai-inspire ni Jose Rizal sa kanyang dalawang famous na libro na sinulat niya. Even those peoples, no, back then, yung mga kaedad niya, no, yung mga people na kanununuan natin, they are also impressed and inspired by Jose Rizal's work. So, Esteban de Ocampo believed that with no hesitations, Jose Rizal had immensely formed the spirit of the oppressed Filipino to regain their freedom. Because through reading that book na ginawa ni Jose Rizal, it's not just a book, we all know that. Now, through that book, many Filipinos, especially yung nakapag-aral, yung nakakabasa, they finally open their eyes. They finally can open their eyes and they finally have the voice. Because Jose Rizal is the voice of those voiceless fellow men. So, ang ginawa niya, gumawa siya ng libro and those people na don't have a voice to voice out their thoughts, through reading that book, meron na silang idea, kung ano talaga yung nangyayari sa kanilang kapaligiran, kung sino ba talaga yung totoong sumisira ng pundasyon ng Pilipinas. So, De Ocampo believed with no hesitation Jose Rizal had immensely performed the spirit of the oppressed Filipino to regain their freedom. Aside from being known as the national hero of the Philippines, Jose Rizal was tagged as the first Filipino, the pride of the Malayan race, the greatest Malayan among others, and his undying efforts for the Philippines resulted to the requiring all school and universities, both private and public, must know him. Especially his books, his work. And for the second and third definition given by De Ocampo to Jose Rizal, known for his pursuit for freedom and nationalism, was courage in dealing and facing attacks of Spaniards. He was not even attacked personally, but his family and his works were mocked by the Spaniards so harshly. So, nung sinabi yun ni Ocampo na si Rizal, with no hesitation, siya talaga yung who fought for the freedom, even if in a way of peace, yung kikipaglaban niya sa Pilipinas. But with no hesitation, he is the one who immensely formed a spirit of the oppressed Filipino to regain freedom. Kasi hindi lang siya yung nakikipaglaban, He opened many eyes so that the other Filipino people also fought together with him to the Spaniards. So, by that, the Spaniards call him, his family, and his works something na very harsh. So, they say, diba, that words can hurt more than the physical something na makakasakit sa'yo. So, words is really powerful to hurt someone. So, yun ang ginawang weapon ng Spaniards kang Jose Rizal to hurt him. So, by the time he was on abroad, Jose Rizal had observed and even experienced the discrimination of Filipinos. Nung nasa abroad siya, nakita niya kung paano din discriminate ang mga Filipinos. He even saw the indifference of the white Americans to the black. So with that, with that bravery of heart, Jose Rizal never turned his face away from those who needed him. So he aimed high for fellow men, inspiring them, and he even faced the death sentence. So because of that, now I understand kung bakit si Jose Rizal talaga yung pinili nila. Kasi even if he advocate for peace, by the time na nakita niya kung paano dinidiscriminate ang mga Filipino, by the time na nakita niya kung anong differences ng pagtrato ng iba sa Pilipinos. Nakita niya kung paano kinakawawa yung Filipinos. So with that, he bravely do anything. And as a result, no, for freedom of the Philippines, pinatay siya, no? Pinatay siya noong December 30, 1896. So, even before the outbreak of the revolution against Spain in 1896, many had known and cited Jose Rizal works and his leadership. So through the American stays in Barcelona, Jose Rizal has been selected as an honorary president of La Solidaridad, no? And La Solidaridad is like a way of the Filipinos, no? Way of the Filipinos, like a form of yung dyaryo or yung other piece of paper na sinusulatan nila to inform the Filipinos, no, here in the Philippines of what are their plans, what are their actions towards the colonization, no, of the Spain in the Philippines. So Jose Rizal is the one who is honored as the president of La Solidaridad and the chief of Indios Bravos in Paris, France, and chosen as a responsible of chief of the association Circulo Hispano-Filipino in 1891 rather, and fundador of the La Liga Filipina in 1892 is established here in the Philippines. So history tells us that the revolutionary society known as Katipunan likewise acknowledged Rizal's leadership and greatness by making him its honorary president and by using his family name as Rizal, because Rizal family is like they are in the middle class, diba, by that time, and by using Rizal, no, he have that power na hindi siya gaanong mamaliitin ng mga fraile, ng mga Spaniards na nag-colonize dito sa Philippines. That's why he really used Rizal as his surname. So a year after Rizal's execution, no, nung namatay na si Rizal, binaril siya sa Luneta Port at back then it is called Bagong Bayan, no? And now Luneta Park on December 30, 1896. So nung matapos na siyang barilin at nung many years have passed, no, after his execution, General Emilio Aguinaldo and the other revolutionary chief exiled to Hong Kong, held a commemorative program there on the 29th of December 1897 on the occasion of the first anniversary of the hero's execution and martyrdom. So General Emilio Aguinaldo held a commemorative program for the first death anniversary of Jose Rizal in Hong Kong, no? And I think even in Hong Kong, Jose Rizal have a monument, no? And it is a fact that the president of revolutionary government, no, he made and proclaimed the National Hero Day as a national recognition of Jose Rizal's death, no? Jose Rizal death again is December 30, 1896, and he asserted that no single person or groups of person were responsible for making Greatest Malayan the number one hero in the Philippines, no? Only Rizal himself, the Filipinos, and the foreigners who acknowledged him, no, for his contribution to make him a greatest hero out of the heroes here in the Philippines. So, history taught us that Bayani is a person who had an exemplary act, contribution, and so much execution or extension for the country's very own. They offer themselves in service for all of the Filipinos here in the Philippines. So truly, no, Jose Rizal is the one who is destined to be called as the Philippine national hero. Kasi when we compare Andres Bonifacio and when we compare Jose Rizal, Jose Rizal's day and Bonifacio day is different, no? And Dio Campo said na ang totoong hero, yung kamatayan niya ay bumabase, no? A real hero, after niyang mamatay, ay maaalala siya ng mga tao. And December 30 is Jose Rizal's death anniversary or death, no? And on the other hand, Andres Bonifacio or the Bonifacio Day is Bonifacio or Andres Bonifacio's birthday. Hindi yung pagkamatay niya. So if we really have a deep understanding, no? Jose Rizal fought for peace, no? Even Andres Bonifacio fought for freedom, no? He wants peace also. But hindi sa lahat ng bagay na dadaan sa dahas yung pagkuha ng freedom. And a real hero, no, will do the easiest way or will do the thing that cannot harm other people's, no, before getting into that conclusion na gumawa ng something na maaring ikapahamak ng maraming Pilipino. So, Jose Rizal is really that hero, no? He is a brave and he is really a wise and intelligent man. So, Jose Rizal, his works is on us, no? Nasa atin na yon if we will really conquer or get something, no, for us to have a knowledge on how the Spaniards colonized us and paano tayo pinahirapan ng mga Spanish colonization, no, noong unang panahon. And thanks to our national hero, Jose Rizal, he really opened the eyes of many Filipinos up until now. No, up until now, he really opened the eyes by using his work, no, by us reading the book, no, his masterpiece, the Noli and the El Filibusterismo. He really opened our eyes for us to not be fooled again, no, by the other invaders that is trying to steal the Philippines' freedom. So that would be all, and thank you for listening.